Yeah, Maddie Bob, you already know what time of day it is, honey. We are going on vacation. Girl, y'all already know we went down there to that Dominican Republic last year and tore that bitch up. But this year, we taking it down there to Mexico, honey. Actually, Riviera Maya, Mexico. And girl, guess who coming with me? Guess, girl, guess. Huh? You couldn't guess? Well, let me tell you. The cussing pastor. Thaddeus Matthews will be my guest judge July 10th through the 15th. Honey, I need you to rush over there right now and get your tickets at www.qscvacations.com. That's www.qscvacations.com. And honey, listen, don't meet me there, bitch. Beat me there. I love you. See you, Mexico girl. Come on here, Pastor. Let's get down to business. All right, bitch. Sing a jingle.
Spotlight session
with Ts Madison.
Yeah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Y'all got it right this time. All right, bitches. On with the show. Hello, everybody. This is Ts Madison, and welcome to another edition of Spotlight Session with me. Now, tonight I have some very special guests in the house. I'm a big fan of this couple. I've watched them grow up from kids to adults, and I've been following them because, you know, I follow them because I'm their only fan, if you know what I mean. I'd like to welcome to the Spotlight Session, Kash and Rico. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so excited. You have no idea how excited. If you could really look under this desk, you'd really know how excited that I was. That was a funny, and I'm glad you guys fell in on that one. Well, you really didn't fall in on it yet, but the night is young. All right. Kash, Dinero, honey, and Rico Pruitt.
What's up,
Thank you
TS?
for having us.
Oh my God! Listen, I'm excited to have you guys here on the bench with. Well, I'm excited to have you guys here on the Spotlight Session with me because I've been watching you on the internet. You guys come to frequent the house. You know, y'all come visit me and stuff like that, whatever. But I brought you here because right now I want to do like a special on gay love, black gay love, Puerto Rican and black gay love.
Yes, Lord.
It's all motherfucking
Right,
black,
it's all
man.
the
When the
same.
lights go off, it's all dark. And I brought you guys here because I just wanted to talk to you about things. I've been watching stuff that's going on in your life, things that's going on in your career, and I just want to talk with you. I want to shine the spotlight on you guys. Now, Rico, this is not your first time being with me.
No, it's not.
You've been with me many, many times.
Yes.
But
And it's always a pleasure.
it's always a
always
pleasure.
a
You know,
pleasure.
let the kids know, honey, the blood still works. It'll never lose its power. But the very first time that I interviewed you, it had to be a few years ago.
Oh my God, it feels like so long.
But it was
3 years ago,
About
I think. Yeah,
4 years ago. I interviewed you, and in that interview, I found out a lot about you, and I still didn't know nothing. Even though I found out lots about you, I didn't know nothing. Because the very first time I interviewed you, you were talking to me about your career as your upcoming career in becoming a adult film star, and you know how you were in love with someone and then you wasn't, and then you know y'all was on some kind of secret. It was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then after that, I watched your whole career just move. And I'm a bitch. I'm a watcher. Excuse me, Kash. I just don't want you to know that because I've been watching you too. But I'm a watcher. And I was sitting back watching, and then when I saw who it was that you were dating, I was like, oh, okay, because you kept that a secret.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, okay, all right. Then I watched that, and I watched that relationship go, and then I watched it separate. I don't want to say fizzle and dry up or whatever. I just saw it separate. And then you and I ran into each other in a space where we were filming for Corey Knott.
Yeah. Lit.
And we were filming, and I hugged your neck because I hadn't seen you since that. Not in person.
Right.
I hadn't seen you since that. And then when we got together, you was like, you know, Maddie, you know, this is going on, or whatever. And I'm like, well, I thought you were so happy.
Yeah.
And I don't, without using any names in it, because we're not shady to nobody.
Right.
I'd like for you to give me just a brief little thing of what happened after you left my house that day.
Well, I've always been a private person, and I share what I can because, it's already out there to the public what I do and who I am. So when it comes to my love life, I'm very private with it, whether people believe it or not, because I know now it's been this way my whole life. I feel every relationship I've been in has been on social media before that in particular person. But
hey, best friend.
But
that's how I was introduced to you.
Yeah,
hey, best friend.
the Justin show, the About Justin. But the relationship, I was really just trying to figure it out myself, so I really didn't want to tell you something that I didn't even know what it was, or even the public, until it was out to where I couldn't, control it anymore, and we became where it was out, and we tried to figure out a way where we could, make money off of our relationship. And I learned the hard way that you should never get with someone based on the way they look or the way that they are perceived on social media, because it is not the same. The lifestyle isn't the same. They will post and say that they're doing things and they have things that they don't. And 9 times out of 10, they are living in and out of hotel rooms, Airbnbs. The situation was very traumatic. But like I said, I'm not here to bash anyone. And it was
And this isn't even that show, but
like I said, I dealt with a lot, and I had to hide it from social media, even being homeless to a certain point where I was in a relationship with that in particular person where we had to shower at Planet Fitness and things like that. But I would never in my life say the person's name because I'm not that guy. But now I'm in a relationship with someone who actually loves me, and we make money the right way. Whether we are on OnlyFans or not, we have, several businesses that are afloat right now. We have graphic tees, we do graphic flyers, and Dinero Pruitt is now an LLC. So make sure you, subscribe to our YouTube.
Well, that went in a direction that I wasn't really expecting it to go,
I'm sorry. But
I mean, it's okay.
You asked.
I just asked.
And I just wanted to clarify some things because I really never got it off my chest. And I never wanted somebody to, look at me and feel like I was trying to bash anyone. But these are facts. And I've heard certain things that this person has said about me in interviews, and I never said nothing. But, this is my piece.
Well, I didn't, bring anyone here to, cause any confusion with anybody. My thing is, I just want to know, because when you left the house, I learned a lot about you sitting there on that red sofa in there, but then I didn't know anything. And then I started watching stuff on social media, and I started seeing things, and I was like, oh, okay. And I genuinely was happy because I like both of you. I
and
love
I'm not
you
taking
both.
where he is in life or who he is as a person. I'm just saying it wasn't for me. The lifestyle wasn't for me. And being with someone who actually treats me in a way where they appreciate the love that I give, whether, I have 0 followers on social media, because a lot of the times people will get in a relationship with you, especially if you are cute and have a little following on social media, thinking that, oh, we can be a power couple together and we can do some things. Getting into the relationship with Kash, I never wanted to do. We even talked about not even doing OnlyFans, or just he even talked me out of deleting my OnlyFans, and then we came back when things got hard. But I actually deleted my OnlyFans when I got with him, in a relationship with him. He did a couple of videos with me when we first did it, and he was like, I can't do it. He already said that he wasn't doing it anyway, so it went against what he was doing, and he did it because he loved me. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to put you in a place where you're uncomfortable, and I will sacrifice this even if we don't have anything. And in a situation where I've never been in a position where, I feel like the person who loves me will, just give it all up, it's Kash. And other than that, I never experienced that with anyone else.
Well, since I'm in the middle of 2 men, let me go to the man on this side.
Hey.
So, Kash, obviously you and Rico are in a great relationship with each other. And I interviewed Rico, and when I interviewed Rico, as I said earlier, he was in a relationship with somebody else, and I was happy for him when he was in that relationship, because I love both of them, and I still do. I love him and I love the other person as well, because I admired what I saw, and I still admire. But you and I have a different relationship that we met, and I didn't know that you guys were gonna link.
I didn't either.
I didn't know any of this stuff. I know you were coming to the house watching the show, watching my Queen Supreme Court show. You came, you sang at my live show, whatever. And it's just, I've been watching you in the adult film. Like, I know you from watching you in the adult film. You have really good films that I've watched.
Why, thank you.
And I favored it many times.
Oh, I know.
You were working for what was the company that
Black Rain?
It was Black Rain you were working for, and I would watch. I would see you, and I always look, because that's my former craft, and I always try to make sure that when I see young kids, boys and trans, or even straight people, I try to make sure that they are on top of their business and stuff with that. Making sure that they're getting the best and 100% of. It's worth it. It needs to be worth it when you were doing it.
Because you know how the industry is.
Yes.
When it was sucked from you.
Yes.
Yeah. Literally.
And when we first came in encounter with each other, it was love. It was all love. It was it was immediate. And it's been that ever since. Now, I did see when you and Rico got together, it was through that show. What was it?
We don't speak on the dead.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You guys came together through an online show, a dating show. Am I correct?
Yeah, we're Single 23's cupping season.
Okay, so it was an online dating show. We didn't really have to say no if you didn't want to, but it was an online dating show that you guys came together on, and it started out as fiction, but it then became facts.
Well, honestly, it didn't happen that way. It really was. I flew from Texas because I was staying in Texas. I had moved away last time I had seen you, prior to us dating. And in the house, I would just come in to get my check. I know Rico was at the same time, but it was a connection. Honestly, our first time ever meeting was when he was with his ex. And it wasn't like I was like, damn, he fine, or damn, I want to fuck, or damn, I want him. It was like, hey, nice to finally meet you. We both have the same sign, kind of similar things, so it was good to see. It was kind of like I was a fan, but not over the top. I was still respectful. And then when it came down where I was doing business with his ex, saying we're supposed to do music and stuff, and it never happened because he thought I wanted Rico. So at the time when we was in the show, I didn't really want a relationship. I've been single for 3 years at this time, and prior to that I was in like a bad abusive relationship. So I wasn't trying to date. So in the house, we kind of connect more and more, and I left and I took him home with me after the show.
So some people would think that you guys' relationship stemmed from something messy.
No, it really stemmed, honestly, and I don't want to, like I said, I'm not here to bash anybody, but I was in an abusive relationship with my ex, where I've had bleach through on me, and I can go down the list with the fights that we had, and it just got so bad to where I left. I was just like, it was enough. So we related in that on our past relationships where...
And that was by and by. It wasn't
he gave me strength to let me know, even if he wasn't in my life, you don't deserve that from no man. Yeah. That you could be strong enough to, do this on your own, let alone you don't need nobody putting their hands on you. That's not love.
So when you guys got together, you both were single.
Mm-hmm. And we was about the bag. Like, I hit him up before he even filmed the show. I was like, hey, they doing this show or whatever. You want to come to Puerto Rico with me? You get paid.
And Puerto Rico sold me because I wasn't doing bookings. I wasn't doing OnlyFans. I wasn't traveling. I was living in the San Antonio.
So he already knew he won the show, and people on the show knew that he won because he would sleep with me every night. Literally. So it was rigged already. And the producers knew.
Okay, so the show brought your relationship together.
Yeah.
But you guys were initially single when y'all...
And honestly, they would sabotage my challenges because they didn't like that I was winning everything. I was the best dressed. I won the sex challenge. I mean,
What was the sex shop?
We had to ride dildos and shit.
It was
you know what
it
I'm
was
saying?
very degrading. Like what they got going on in Signal is buffoonery, and I'm so sorry for you guys to experience it. Like, please stop. Like, stop it. It's not becoming of you guys. Like, for real. I did it years ago. Y'all seen how he did
honestly,
and embarrassed me. They don't pay y'all. Y'all already know they barely pay y'all.
Instead of going down through the lines, honestly, the experience was that they really had us doing stuff that I felt was underpaid. I've made more in porn. I've made more in escort.
Right.
You know, and I feel like the challenges that they had, especially when they try to I baked the cake, they would sabotage where they broke my cake in half, and I still, you know, would have to try to do things. They really pulled us apart and would tell Rico, you know, don't fall in love.
Don't fall in love. This
like
for the chick. You know, this for the chick.
And then it just made us get closer. So thank you, Sigga 23.
Thank you for bringing
I know
the
you didn't pay
relationship.
us.
Thank you for making our relationship stronger.
But you put us together. We thank you.
We do. We're not bitter at all. We appreciate it because we made a lot of money off of y'all.
You know, we're all about promoting. Y'all go watch the show, you know.
Thank you.
Help them.
And we know y'all made some money off of us too, but we capped off of y'all. Thank you.
Now, the spotlight is definitely far, far, far from the Queen's Supreme Court.
Well, honestly, the spotlight
I had to make sure that I put this up.
But
we here at the spotlight session, honey, we are neutral. And these things, you know, these people are telling their story, you know.
That's all it is a story. You have your side, we have ours.
It's like you turn lights on, the roach is going to cross. So the story is a story. You know, it's not that we're trying to shame you.
Not at all.
That's just our experience. Like, I can't sit there and say, oh, it's wonderful. Go subscribe to the Rico Connection and to Signal 23 and watch the show.
It would be a lie.
It would be a lie. Fuck them.
We're not going to sit here and lie to our fan base and tell y'all that most of the things on the show wasn't even like, it was like things were scripted to the point where they would set up arguments and people having sex that wouldn't even be together. Like, it was weird. Like, I felt like I was a fool. I hate putting him in that situation to make him look like a fool.
I hate that I had to ride that dildo. You know what I'm saying? Why Henderson fat ass sat there and recorded me. You know, I just felt like, and then they ain't pay me my money. It's not alleged. We need to put the truth on this motherfucker. But I know this ain't the Queen's Court, but it's just a spotlight. So it's just like
one thing that stuck out to me when we stopped working for them and they started the disconnect started. They put out videos and pictures of us on their page with nut on our faces from our old videos, saying that we were broke porn stars. The same broke porn stars that y'all needed to produce the content that y'all have. That's what I'm telling y'all, people. The young talent that's working for these companies and producers, listen, do not waste your time, your energy, your effort, please. Like, you can do it. There's a
dark side to the industry because
really
even Puerto Rico
it's not worth it.
Really made us come close.
The exposure is not worth it.
All expense paid trip, and we had to pay for everything, food. You know, they left us in the village with the Puerto Ricans in the village. You know what I'm saying? And they're my people. But while we was in the village at an Airbnb that was $40 a night, they was on a resort, you know, living it up. And when we didn't show up for the last day of filming, because we was in no air conditioning, there was no central heat.
Yeah, let's move on.
There was no hot water. Is this the spotlight?
Let's move on from Signal, please.
I mean, that's the story. I mean, I can't make this
Please. I don't want to, like, sit here and talk about them.
I ain't bashing them. I feel like
because they're irrelevant.
We're past that point. It's 2020, but it happened.
We're giving them more promotion they don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was not really expecting that part of the story.
I mean, that's a part of our story, though.
Yeah,
it's a long story, Ts. It's long, and it gets deep.
Yeah.
It gets so deep.
Well, let's talk about getting deep.
All right.
Because this is the surface that I don't want to
we just scratching the surface.
This is a shitty situation that I don't want to be involved in.
No, they didn't clean out at all.
Oh, dear God.
Well, we know they ain't got nothing to do with you, but, you know what I'm saying, that's just our truth.
I get it. I get it and I understand. And here at the Spotlight, I can't. These are your stories, and I brought you here to talk to you. So these are part of your stories, and you know, it is what it is. Now, okay, how long have you guys been together?
Over a year.
December
makes
1st is our anniversary.
And when
of
did you know?
2008.
When did you
19.
know? You both of you knew that you were in love. Because from what I'm listening to both of you, I'm hearing that you guys are in love.
In that house at cover season, I was like, we was laying in the bathroom floor drinking a bottle of Hennessy, and I always use protection. I always use protection. So every time we did have sex, I would have a condom on. So I just said, "Can I slide in you raw?" And I fell in love. And I fell in love.
Oh my God! He fucked me on that bathroom floor.
It fucked him on the bathroom floor raw, and then
and the cast members be like, "Why
and they
you
heard
get to
him.
sleep with him every
They
night?"
was mad.
Cause I had good pussy, baby. You know, it's just if it was good, he would have been like, "Come sleep with me." You know.
Yeah.
Now I am Kash Dinero.
And I had cried too, like right before I said, "Can I slide in you raw?" Like, you know, they looked here like,
He did.
damn, it's so good.
Oh,
And then I put him to sleep.
okay.
That's why he cashed Dinero, the deposit. Like, oh my God,
You gotta put
It is
something in to
everything.
get something out.
it is everything.
You know.
I'ma ride his dick like a stolen car.
I got the best pussy.
Oh. Well, so that's when you knew that you were in love on the bathroom floor, honey.
Yes.
When the condom was off and the dick was in the pussy.
And the Hennessy
bar.
was in our system.
They shot out our bullshit. That's usually when we all find out that we're in love. So, woo, y'all brought it.
You know, we bring the heat. We some Sagittarius. We bring the fire. We hot.
So, Kash, you have a baby.
Yeah.
And has your baby been introduced to Rico?
No, I am waiting on that because in my last relationship I kind of prematurely did that, and I don't want to infringe my lifestyle. I want it just to happen naturally. And with me and my baby mama feuding, just out of respect, I feel like, I mean, she doesn't have guys around, you know, our kids. So until the time's right, he's still young and little. I mean, he understands that, you know, dad doesn't date girls, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. But I try to just father him because I don't need Rico to be a dad. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps those lifestyles separated very much.
Yeah.
But I am involved. Like, I do give him gifts and stuff, but he don't know it's from me.
Right.
Like, I'm still like, that's my son too. But
in due time, that'll open
I know
up.
it'll get better.
Until I
But
clear
we're dealing
things,
with the mom.
you know,
Yeah.
with the baby mama.
So, okay, I remember when you were here before, you were talking to me about, is it your grandma you were living with? When you
Yeah,
were
she
in-
passed away.
I'm so sorry.
Last year.
Last year she passed away.
Yeah.
So you was it your dad? Who was it that you were talking to me? Was it your dad? Is it in Texas?
Yeah, that's what I was staying with.
So how? Who is like the matriarch or the patriarch of your family now?
Mhm.
Not now, but just
Me.
so you just
I actually like hold it down. Like, he hold it down for his family too. Like, the money that we get from OnlyFans is good enough to where we support our family. They call us if they're behind on bills or something, and we'll, you know, help them out.
listen. Don't always answer those calls, honey.
Yeah, we learned.
Don't always answer those calls.
We
I
learned.
know how to say no.
Take
But
it
we-
from me, okay?
But it's like being raised by my grandma, man. I actually just grew up with my father and my aunt and stuff. So it's like they're my siblings, not like my. I was always, you know, I grew up with them basically.
So do you have a relationship with your father?
I don't even know who my biological father is, but the guy who raised me is like my brother, because he was in and out of jail. I remember some Christmas they had to take my stuff back to get him out of jail, and it was just like, he was like the person I first started smoking with, like around 10 and 8, passed me my first, like, not to say my family was bad or anything, but I grew up in the hood, like, you know, gang. My dad's 6'9" Crip, and a lot of people in my family like GD Vice Lords and stuff like that. So
I have no affiliations or understandings of these things.
yeah. Well, it's in Tennessee. But
I don't know. That was a T gang sign.
right. But yeah, they grew up really just open. Like, my grandma would walk around with her titties out. Like, she was smoking, drinking up until she passed away. Like,
My
she had
God.
lung cancer, still smoking blunts and
Listen, she
cigarettes.
was like, "Hon, I'm going up. I'm leaving on a
Right.
midnight train
So
to
it
Georgia."
was like, I seen people in my family self-destruct to the point where I know what drugs and certain things can do, even money can do to a person and consume them. So I'm just, you know,
Well, the reason why I asked about your parents and stuff like that because I was going to ask about how do they feel about the relationship and stuff like that. But obviously, it really.
Well, the different part is that my side of the family loves Rico. My dad has met him on several occasions. The last time he really embraced him, I was really shocked because my dad, he's a straight man from the projects of Waco, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So his complex is always like he's known all around his city for who he is, and then he has a gay boy. You know what I'm saying? So for him to embrace it, I love him for that. And he's okay with me being, who I am. My mom loves him, you know what I'm saying? So when she FaceTimes me, she says, we just spent Christmas with my family. He knows my sisters. I know his sisters. I know his mother. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's all that we need for support. And even if they didn't, I wouldn't.
So you grew up in the church, basically.
Yeah.
Because you told me this before.
Yeah.
Because when you sing, I'm sorry. When you sing, you stay screwed up in because if you slide back here with me, it might get vicious. So when you sing, you told me, that you were a pastor's kid. Am I right?
Well, my godmom is a pastor.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Bishop Veronica Hayes in Columbus, Georgia. And when I was 14, my mom, I wasn't living with her. My dad raised us. And my dad was in the military, so we didn't see him much. And I gravitated towards church. And that's when I found out I could sing. They put me in the choir.
Is the church one of the reasons why you have a baby?
Well, not really. Church was the reason why I married a female.
You were married?
I was married to her. And I did it for the perception to kill. Because, coming from the Southern churches, you can't say I'm gay and sing on your praise team. That's just out of order. That's out of the bylaws. You just ain't gonna do it. So I tried to hide that, and I really tried to get deliverance until I got fed up where I got a divorce. I got exposed because I used to be praise and worship leader, sing on Bobby Jones, dance on Bobby Jones, travel the world. Let's do a lot of stuff for ministry because I love church. I love helping people, and that kind of destroyed my morale when everybody that I used to encourage on Sundays and Wednesdays and every day turned their backs on me, and it broke me down to where I wanted to die. And I remember I took care of this old lady.
Don't cry, baby. If you did it from your heart, that's why your blessings come.
So when I didn't have a place to stay, this old lady took me in, and I remember I was going to kill myself. And I remember her, because she couldn't walk really. And I remember she knocked on the door, because I never locked the door. She said, "Why are you in the dark?"
Give me some tissue.
And I knew I couldn't do it because I was like, this lady's suffering, you know what I'm saying? And she's looking for my help, you know what I'm saying? While I need help, I'll help her. And from there, I just went through ups and downs where I was homeless. I went to D.C., became a stripper, became an escort. My best friend came and got me because I was doing pretty bad. And I moved back to Columbus, and that's when I got on Twitter. And I said, I think porn needs a new face. And then that's when I became exclusive for Black Rain.
So you listening to this, was porn like a survival sex thing for you? Like, was sex work a survival thing for you too? Because most trans people talk about sex work as a survival tactic, for us because we're trans,
Right.
But when do you identify as gay?
Yeah.
So when you are a gay identified man, somebody would say, well, why don't you go out and get a job or go get a real fucking job?
And I did. I worked landscaping job during the day, you know what I'm saying? At night, I would trick the streets, you know what I'm saying? First, I started out doing massages on Backpage. That was good money, you know what I'm saying? And then it got into the sexual part because the more money just sounds good. It's quick money. It's a hustle. It was a way that, and that's why before I even got with Rico, before even the show, I had moved away because, I was done with a lot of stuff. And I was like, I don't want to, give up my body to everybody anymore for a coin that I know I can make, but the money goes so fast. It's like, I don't see where any of my money is going.
Out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why I cut that off. Can I go back tomorrow and make coin? Yeah, but I won't because it's not worth your self-dignity, how you view yourself. It really can damper a person when somebody feels like you'll do anything for a coin. And I've always been the type of person, I didn't take every engagement or every time somebody threw a coin at me, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, if I need to survive, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I was homeless, I would go still out of Walmart or Publix. If I had to eat, I'm going to survive. But now I'm at a point where my mindset is different, that I don't view that as my source, because that's like a demon that will hold you, make you feel like you have to do this to make coin because you can't do nothing else.
You preaching to the choir, you know.
Yeah.
Now, you, Rico, you were not an adult film star. You were on a
web series.
A web series, but it was a
series.
risque web series where
Softcore porn.
Softcore.
Yeah, I did frontal nudity.
I did see your penis.
Yeah.
And I did.
Take your dick out.
Did it frontal nudity a little bit.
I did see your penis. It caused lots of controversy on the internet. You know, so you both have
it's relatable because in a way where
parallel backgrounds a little bit, and do you think that your backgrounds is what strengthens and keeps your relationship together?
Yeah, that's what really made us strong, because the way that the church rejected him, the lady that took me in, like, she knew that her son wasn't my biological father. She still raised me to be her grandson. Like, she still, loved me. When I knew that I was gay, I ran. Like, I didn't get exposed like he did. I ran to Nashville, started doing hair. I was in barber school for like 2 years. My aunt has a barber school. She's a instructor, and she gave me a full paid scholarship just to go there because I was already into doing hair and stuff. I still kind of like hair, but I don't have a passion for it. But long story short, I was in Nashville and I ran away because I didn't want people to know I was gay. I started talking to gay guys in Nashville outside of my hometown because people in my hometown were straight and they would bash me if they knew that. And then when it came out on social media that I had a boyfriend and everything, the guy that,
raised you.
Yeah, raised me. He inboxed me. He didn't call me. Inboxed me and was like, why I have to find out through social media that you gay? And I didn't respond. I didn't talk to any of my family for years until I started filming the About show because I wanted to get closer to my family because I was like, I'm making, I'm seeing all these other people with their families and I don't have a connection like that with anybody. Like my mom, I'm just not getting a relationship with her. And thanks to him because I built resentment to my mom because she had me at a young age and I couldn't understand why she, didn't, but she did want me. But like I said.
I feel like it coincides.
So she gave you up for adoption?
My mom was in foster care.
She was also
but she ran away.
You could
It's
tell
a long story. My grandmother adopted me and my mom from Knoxville. We moved in with her 2 days later. My grandmother said my mom ran away and never came back. I was only 2 months. And she said my mom tried to fight for custody 2 years later. And my grandma was like, nah, this is my baby. And her and my mom been at odds until my grandmother passed away. And my mom still don't understand why I call my grandmother mom. And she, I still try to respect my mom and say, your mom too. But that's
was your mom? Did she suffer from substance abuse?
She, I think she choose men over her children. That's what it was. And I don't want to put my family business out there because I know they probably hear it. But I love y'all, and this is just our truth. I feel like she would, just choose guys over her kids.
Mm. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But
I'm good.
But
in a
the
better
thing
place.
about
I
it
love
is,
my mom now.
And that's good. You always you supposed to always do that.
Her.
But the thing about that is the way you break cycles is that you recognize the situation, and you try to go completely opposite from that. And I'm glad. It seems as though like it's some fate that put y'all together.
I can definitely agree with you on that.
Because it works together.
We strengthen each other.
It's like we're not really close to our folks. But if you don't build the relationships that you want, that's your fault. You can't expect your mom and dad because they're in the position to say, I fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether they fuck with you or not, you build those things. And that's what we do. Every time I feel like, my dad would come to Atlanta and not even call me and say, I'm in your city.
My mom does
he was a good provider, but he was a horrible father.
And we celebrated the first Christmas together last year with my mom. That was my first Christmas ever.
And then it was Christmas that
but it was great.
got to spend with my family. So it's like
I got to spend
they got to connect with us. And if you believe in something, and you believe, in your mind that it can happen eventually through time, whether it happens or not, at least you try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if people that complain about what don't happen for them, that's your fault. So it's like if you expect, people to be fucked up, then you're gonna get fucked up results. I expect my people to be fucked up because they've been fucked up. I'm fucked up.
Great.
I don't always communicate like I'm supposed to. So what I make sure I do is I be like, Rico, you call your mama?
Yeah.
He'll say the same. You call your daddy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we trying to make sure that it may not be perfect or whatever perfect is. That is our perfect. So that's what brings us close. The rejection, not because we need the attention, but we understand what it feels like to be alone. So I think that's why our bond is strong, not because I've never had an internet relationship. I would never put my man out there because, you know, I'm a church boy. Oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying? But with him,
that's all I know.
It's by no choice to put it out there because he is Rico Pruitt. He stands alone on his own. I'm Kash Dinero. I stand on my own. But I know Rico. People know him as his real name is Rico. My real name is Craig. He knows me as Craig. He calls me Craig at home, where everybody calls me Kash. So, you know, we do.
Hey, Craig.
What's happening?
You know Craig.
I know Craig.
So, you know, we make our money together, and we don't plan to do it forever.
Yeah.
You know, because we know the conflicts that we have with making the money. Yeah, we like to entertain. We're both entertainers. But in the end of the day, when we have to lay down with each other, you know, we have to console each other on like our pride and, you know, because nobody wants to show their partner off like that. But at the end of the day, you know, the corn is good.
And you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do.
So when you say this is going to be my last thing with you guys. So when you say that you do what you want to do what you got to do, what are your steps forward in that?
Well,
I've seen you guys do your t-shirt thing, and you got your businesses that y'all partner together. Do y'all have a joint account?
No, well actually
I was about to say he got my app on his phone.
We have our own separate accounts on our names.
Right, but
and do y'all live in the same house together?
Oh
yes.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yes.
Because I had a philosophy about that, which I'll talk about later, which I've already talked about on what you call it. So you guys are making steps toward, you know, building your future outside of the OnlyFans.
We're doing what we should have did a long
Kash
time
got
ago.
some music coming out, and I'm actually trying to get into producing more content other than adult entertainment, where, you know, get onto the YouTube platform, start doing things where as YouTubers do. You know, because I'm a great editor, I know how to put the things together. That's, you know, not all me, because Kash does some editing too, but I'm really good at what I do, to the point where the porn company that Kash was working for, they hired me on to be a writer and editor on set, where he was filming and I was writing, and we were all on set, you know, making sure that the models were, you know,
honestly, most importantly is that what I've learned that I didn't know before is that people don't know Kash Dinero was homeless, and I prayed and I cried in my truck like, God, what am I going to do? And I told God everything I wanted to get to this point, that when I leave porn, I would just be successful. And when the contract ended, the money stopped, that's not what happened. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, I expected people owed me something. So now having the concept that don't nobody owe you shit.
Yeah.
And if OnlyFans walk away, what the fuck are we going to do? I'm going to take my brand, because I ain't bust this pussy up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get all those followers for nothing. And whether they follow my porn, I'm multi-talented, multi-faceted. So I can sing, I can build a house, I can bake a cake. What do you need me to do? Like,
interior
you know,
design.
it's like
you need
God
to come over to our place. It's nice and decorated, and that's all on him. He's a great interior designer.
It's like looking in the gifts that you have. What the fuck can you do? Can you make a T-shirt? You know what I'm saying? Can you start a business? Step your pussy up, honey.
But you know,
Suck a dick.
be yourself,
The
bitch.
daily checklist.
Step your pussy up, honey. Get a job. Own a business, bitch. Suck a dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if it comes down to it where none of those things work out, we ain't too proud to go work hard so that we can maintain as men, because we are men. You know, it's the lazy mentality that adult entertainers have, to go sleep around and make that easy coin because you just washed out your asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not working hard. You're wearing your body out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one day.
All right. All right. Well, fellas,
we appreciate
listen,
it.
I got one last question, because in my audience, there is another set of you guys that I feel like that it's the older generation, because y'all so young.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say older like they're old guys, but
we're like millennials almost.
Yeah. So do you look up to any couples here in Atlanta?
We definitely do.
Our friend
Johnell
and Tyrone. I was going to say Tyrone, and you know, messed up the whole name.
We definitely do. Like, they came into our
them.
life a little bit last year, and they are somebody we can be like, we're fucked up, or we really not getting along, because you can't tell on being on social media. You can't tell everybody everything. Yeah. But they made it comfortable with everybody. Look, we've had problems before too. We deal with shit too, but just how you deal with it.
And we come to them with genuine advice, and they give, you know, their honest opinion, and we don't take it, you know, to heed. We really take it and apply it to our relationship, because we really inspired to be what they are, because they have.
They got 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We want 6 years.
years.
Like, I'm used to long-term relationships.
Long dick relationships.
Long dick relationships.
I'm sorry. You left the ass open. I had to go in.
It's in there. It's in there.
You know, because their relationships don't last. So
yeah.
Instead of hanging out with single people, which we have our single friends, we appreciate them. But it's different.
You come over my house. I'm single.
But you're a part of this thing too.
Oh, okay.
TS.
My God, today. Well, gentlemen, I do thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I do thank y'all for coming up here, telling me your story and talking out here. But we're not done, because the couple that you look up to is actually here with us today. And baby, we're going to spotlight them too. And maybe they're going to speak out here to people watching and into your lives while you guys sit up there and watch. All right. So, Oliver, cue it up. Let's bring on Tyrone+Johnell. All right, boys, sing me a jingle.
Spotlight session with Ts Madison.
Ooh, yeah. Hallelujah. Now, I like that right there, baby. That was real sexy. All right, babies, on with the show. Hi, everybody. It's me, Ts Madison, honey, and welcome to another Spotlight session with who? Me. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have a very, very special treat for you guys and you ladies. The sexiest couple on the internet right now. That is, I mean, I might be overdoing it right now because I'm like such a big, huge fan of the two of these gentlemen. But tonight I'm going to get into some things with them, you know, especially around their love life, their work life, and stuff like that. And I just want you to get into the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnell and Tyrone. Ugh, so delicious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Honey, I mean, that right there was so, it scrimmed me. It scrimmed me so much that I had to pull the couple that they look up to out of the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the spotlight, Tyrone and Johnell. Now, I mean, you guys, how does it feel to be the couple of the decade?
Oh gosh,
the couple of the decade.
I don't think it's something we planned for it to happen. It just kind of naturally.
You say scoot in?
No, he needs to stay in the shot.
Okay. So here's the thing. Before we even get deep into this, I gotta introduce you guys. You.
We've been knowing each other for a little while.
Yes, we have. I've been watching you on the internet. INNECK internet. You know, you be making those skits and stuff on Instagram. I think it's funny, and you know, I'm rubbing your thigh, so don't get mad, babe.
Nothing wrong.
Because I'm
that.
rubbing yours too in a moment. But you know, I've been watching you guys on the internet or whatever, and I came in contact with you because you've always inboxed me. You've always encouraged me, even when that situation was going on with the first phase of my show, of my Queen's Court show. You was encouraging me. You was like, "Listen, you know, don't give up." And then here I am 2 years later.
I know, right?
Still going, you know, and then created
doing
a
better
whole
than ever before.
And you created a whole nother place for people to come and I can shine the spotlight on people that I like and enjoy. So I know you, but tell the people who you are.
Well, Johnell is a social media personality. I started back in 2012. I started with my Facebook page, and my Facebook page started to grow from there. And you know, a lot of people, you know, clinged on to me due to my fitness aesthetic. You know,
yeah, because really you're physically.
Yeah, really.
You're physically fit. Can you make them jump? Oh, yeah, wow!
Do a little something.
Look at God. He is amazing. He is in this place.
But people, you know, they seen how physically fit I was. I would, you know, talk to people about nutrition and fitness. And a lot of people
in your drawers too.
Yeah. You know, I got a little bit of
You got a girth and width, yeah.
a little bit of extra going on. A little bit of expeditionist type stuff. You know. But yeah, and then I built my Instagram page, and then that's how him and I met.
Oh, this was 6 years ago.
It was going on 7 years ago now.
Okay. Now Tyrone, I want you to introduce yours because you know you. Ooh. How do you deal with this when people be on your man?
I'm used to it.
Because you know he ain't going nowhere.
Oh, most definitely not. Not after all this time. Especially living in a city like Atlanta.
Oh, trash capital. But Tyrone, tell me, you know, because I was introduced to you by looking at on
the video,
by watching his stuff and on his page, and I'm like, wait, are they together? I said, oh, he fine too. Y'all fine. Y'all are some fine men. Y'all are physically, facially.
I try to do a little
confident men.
I mean, well endowed men.
Yeah.
Well endowed.
Very blessed.
Men.
Very hard to find too, actually.
Men. Men. Okay. And you, man. Even though I enjoy my baby over here, I have enjoyed looking at just the physical aesthetic of the situation because I enjoy the physique of a man, and you embody that stuff. And you know, before I even get into what you guys do on the side, because I enjoy what y'all do on the side a whole motherfucking lot. And you're so
manly.
Oh, I could smell it through the screen. Smells like Teen Spirit, honey.
Okay.
Tell the people out there who don't know you who you are.
I'm a regular person. Like, I think being raised from in South Carolina, I was raised as this straightforward, masculine.
Is that where you from, Carolina?
Yeah, South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why.
But yeah.
Is that light on you? So that's why.
Yeah. So straight
cornbread fed.
That's it. I'm simple.
That's it.
The regular man. Yeah.
And what got you here to Atlanta?
I actually decided to move because I wanted to grow as a person. I felt like I needed to be around people to kind of help mold me and to help strengthen me because I was really like the black sheep of the family, I guess.
Was it because you were?
No.
Do you identify as gay? Let me say that.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
my whole family knows I'm gay and everything. So.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure because
they always know.
So was it because you were gay that you felt that you were the black sheep?
No, I just felt different. It's kind of hard to explain, but just different in a good way.
Okay. And your different brought you all the way
to him.
To him.
Well, must be honest here.
Oh.
You know.
we do want honesty. Well, since we're being honest.
So I moved here from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah, born and raised. So I'm a northern boy. I'm not from the South.
Where the cheese is. Wisconsin.
Yeah, the cheese, the cows, the milk, all that stuff that I want to get away from.
The beef and the beef and the milk.
A lot of beef, yes. And I found more beef, but anyway.
Yes, you did. Cornbread fed beef.
I moved to Nashville. I was in a relationship for about 6 years. And when we met, our relationship was on rocky ground. But he was also in a relationship. And his relationship was on rocky ground.
So this kind of sounds a little bit similar to Kash and Rico, but they were separate.
They were already. They were
all
separate.
right, but y'all were y'all were in relationship.
I was actually out of a relationship, just fresh out of a relationship when I met him.
Well, he was
like,
getting out the relationship. It was starting to come to an end. I was kind of transitioning, and we were kind of stuck in a place where we didn't know if we wanted to continue on. And we found each other. We really was friends at first. We were just building our social media pages on Instagram. I already had a following on Facebook, as I just told you. And I started off with like probably 2,000 people. He had like about 6,000 at the time. And Instagram was just starting. Instagram started, what, like 2011 or something like that, 2012. So, you know, we came together, and I wanted to move to Atlanta anyway. So I was already in transition of wanting to move from Nashville to Atlanta, and he was already here. So we went through a dating phase for about 7 months, and I was still in Nashville the whole time while we were dating.
So
And
you were in Nashville, and
I was here in
you were
Atlanta,
here in
yeah.
it. Oh, that had to be. Ooh.
That was tough.
It was emotionally tough because I'm an emotional person. So,
What's
you
your
know,
sign?
I'm an Aquarius. Don't do that.
What's your sign?
I'm a leader.
Ooh.
It is, yeah.
Wet like water, strong like a bull. My
Yeah.
God.
So I feel that we had to get to know each other, which is what I feel gay men lack today, is taking out the time to see what you want out of a person and really grow with somebody to get to know the ins and outs of who they are. Because people, they rush into relationships, but they don't get to know who they're really dealing with, and then a relationship ends up failing. So I believe in, you know, taking the time on actually building that, the foundation, putting the soil in, then building the foundation, then building the house, then all the other things that comes with it to build a life together. And I feel that's why we've been able to be here going on 7 years later.
Basically becoming best friends before lovers.
Yeah.
So you would say that you guys were best friends and then transitioned into lovers.
Because you kind of got to air out all the good and the bad, so you can
Yeah.
know. And it's not always going to be at the beginning, but just more so know what you're getting yourself into. Like, do I
Absolutely.
want to be around this person all the time?
And
Kinda
at
like
the
a best
time, he was 26 and I was 32. So
So you're the elder.
I am. I'm 38.
Well, you look good. Both of you, you both are very handsome gentlemen and very sexy. You know, and I want to reiterate that you guys are very sexy men because I'ma just say it. We don't really uplift our black gay men enough
We
because
don't.
we try to make them, you know, seem like everybody's feminine and everybody this.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not shown a lot.
Yeah, it's not shown, and it's just like I want. You guys are very handsome, you know, sexy. No, I'm not coming on to you, but I'll fall on either lap if it was necessary. You're very attractive gay men, and the thing about it is, you know, I'm really attracted to the way that you guys' relationships is because you and I had a conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, let me rewind it back a little bit. All right, both of you are now living here in Atlanta, and you
Yeah.
both work in Atlanta.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You have jobs here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
However, you both have a side hustle that you do, and that's kind of like the same thing that Rico and Cash do.
OnlyFans,
That you
yeah.
have OnlyFans. Now, I know I don't even have to ask you this question about you receiving backlash from the community because
Yeah.
you know this is something that you decided to put your coupled sex life for sale. And I personally, and I might sound biased in this because you know my initial career start was adult film,
Yeah.
but I personally think, hey, if you both are expeditionists and y'all like, you know, the public to watch you, why not charge them to look
Yeah.
at it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, OnlyFans kind of came along at a random time in our lives, and we've never even publicly talked about this story. You know, I feel that when we first started doing it, everybody had these different curiosities, and you know, they was kind of against it, judged us for it,
They still do it.
and they still do it even to the highest degree.
Yes.
Being a couple. But when we started, nobody was doing it really. Like we started fresh in 2017 when the platform really had just started itself. So everybody, you know, really was curious, like, what is an OnlyFans? People really didn't know what it was. And for us, it was brought to us at a time where, you know, life had kind of took a little bit of a turn. We've always been hardworking men. You know, even before, you know, the OnlyFans thing came around, we've always been career oriented, you know, worked at different places. You know, he stayed at his job for about 6 years as a bartender. I worked with him and we worked together at the job. I was there for about 2 years. I've been in the healthcare field for a very long time. So we wasn't these men who just jumped into a industry where we just lost all moral and value of how people see it when they, you know, run across it and have so many judgments about it in our community specifically.
Right.
It was really at a time where we kind of had to ask ourselves, you know, how are we going to get through this with him losing his job and being at a place of kind of almost no return. So it was kind of like, okay, someone approached him and was like, hey, you know, you guys already have a huge platform. At that time, we had about 150,000 followers or so apiece.
Wow.
You know? And they was like, why don't you try to use that to post the things you want to post without being harassed? Because, you know, Instagram, they restrict certain things that you can post on there. Like, you can't just be free to post whatever you want to post without people reporting you or people harassing you or shutting down your page, whatever the case may be.
Oh, don't I know?
So, long story short, I was against it personally.
So you were against it.
A lot of people think that he was the reason, but it was more so I was the reason.
Because of my risque type of image that I have about myself. Because I always tell people, Johnell is different personally from the social media persona. I'm very introverted, I'm very sensitive, and I'm very protective of who I allow in my personal space, even though everybody knows who we are. I don't just allow anybody around me. So with this coming along, I was very curious and almost insecure about how people would view it from an image standpoint, because people already had things to say about the pictures we posted. Like, all they do is post pictures showing you know, this and that or whatever the case may be.
Showing your prints,
their relationship
your
ain't really real. How can you be with somebody and post pictures in your underwear and stuff like that? And it's like, why can't you have an individuality and still have a relationship with somebody that you're in love with and not be a robot necessarily?
Right.
So we talked about it, and I was just like, well, let's slowly introduce this and put this out there. You know, income-wise, we really don't know what it'll do, but we can try it out and, you know, see what happens. And it really exploded.
Literally.
Real fast.
Literally.
So,
Listen. So your thing, you guys think, were kind of also survival sex a little bit. A little bit.
At the moment.
At that time, it was survival sex. Yeah. And then it just grew into the money good.
Money good. We still work.
Yeah, I know both of you. Both of you work. But
it was a hard time where we didn't know what was going to happen the next day. So it was also kind of like, let's just try it out. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it was already this perception though that we were two good-looking men together, but we didn't have no morals or no values or no goals or no aspirations and no dreams.
Well, they say that because you're gay anyway.
You know what I mean?
That falls under the gay a stigma anyway. That you know, we all are detriments, honey. Yeah. We're degenerates.
From your own
we're sexual predators. All this stuff, but this came from our own community.
Yeah, and when we did the page, I was very skeptical, and we actually got into arguments about it starting it off because we really didn't know what we wanted to put out there, because we had never even dug into that side of going into anything that is considered pornography. You know, because that's really what it is. You know, it is under that umbrella.
Is it?
I think so.
Is it?
You know,
I don't know.
I think it's a level. I mean, okay, look at it like this. If someone comes across your video and they don't know who you are, everybody, even though we're well-known household names in the gay community, we're not mainstream in that way where straight people see us and they necessarily know who we are.
They're going to after this show.
So, you know, when people see sex on a video, it's put under that title of pornography.
I know.
So that's why I said pornography. But I just feel like, you know, people judge it in a way that's so negative, but yet it's supported because people go look for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I wouldn't consider you two gentlemen porn stars. I wouldn't consider that at all.
Oh, no, not at all.
I think that you gentlemen are
exhibitionists.
Exhibitionists?
We like to be free and to just basically display whatever we're feeling at the moment. It's not about let's put this video out and to see how many likes we're going to get. It's about being your authentic self.
So let me set it up. So both of y'all bring y'all fine ass home from work, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all go in the house and dicks, both of those rock hard.
Shaking.
Always.
10-inch, 10.5 inch, and dicks is just, yes, I've measured them with my eyes. I measured them this way. Both of them at the same time. Be rock hard, and it's just like y'all tongue kissing and doing the thing, and then it's like, bang, get the camera.
So that's another thing. Yeah. So when we were together years prior to OnlyFans ever being created, because Maddie, I always have to tell people, listen, we were together way before OnlyFans was even an OnlyFans, okay? We were together back in the day. You know, so it's like people like to try to categorize your relationship as being like some type of setup. Yeah. It's not a setup. It's something that's solid. It's something that has a foundation that you can't just come and blow the house down. You feel me? So we had videos galore. It was easy to go.
Wait. He had videos.
Well, and you had to be in the video for it to be a video. So we had videos.
Wait a minute. So you were for you to be the one that was real hesitant about it and real skeptical about it and real like, oh, no, no. You had a shitload of videos in your phone.
Like,
he's a
for myself.
I am too.
You know, seeing the things that we did privately. You know, putting it out there for people to see. How we rolled out the OnlyFans was we started with photos for the first month. Just to kind of give people a taste of
what's under your clothes.
Yeah. Then the next month we started slowly but surely posting videos. We didn't just like dive into it. But it was easy for now it to be almost 3 years because we were able to just continue to post videos that we've had throughout the history of the relationship. So it wasn't like we had to just pull out a camera every time we filmed. It was kind of like an easy breezy type thing. We can edit and add stuff to what we already did.
So you know what? Listening to this, you might be porn stars. I don't know. You know.
But when we do actually record, it's kind of like you have to be in the mood for it. It's kind of we don't plan it out. It's never planned out. It's like it's natural.
Not just in the mood and ready.
And ready for it.
Of course, ready now.
But we kind of mix it up. We do a little bit of everything.
No, it takes preparation time.
Okay,
because can't no accidents and no messes go happen.
Listen, that if any video will go viral, it will definitely be Skid Row.
Okay.
Will go completely viral. So of course you've gotten lots of both of you got lots of backlash from the community and this and the other. I want to talk about the lust that you get from the bitches with the backlash.
Well, I want to
trying to break y'all shit up.
Yeah, we have a certain type of structure to how we do our OnlyFans page because we've never filmed with anybody.
I know. I've watched the majority of all of your movies.
Which is what makes us stand out.
7 days.
But at the same time, oh my God. I care about
fan, my God.
I care about my partner's image, and I care about my image, and I care about our image. Mm-hmm. You can't just give yourself to everybody. But it's an inspiration behind seeing two men together be intimate with each other. Oh. It gives hope to the community.
Yes, it does.
That this is still out here for people to have for themselves. So if you just see, and nothing against what porn stars do, I respect what they do. I think what they work hard for what they do. I think it's an art form for what they do. But we were a couple before the OnlyFans, and we will continue to be a couple after the OnlyFans. Amen. And while we've had it, we have solely been just committed to having our relationship dedicated to that. And that's what I think people have been subscribed for so long, is seeing, wow, y'all really have real love. We can see what it is for two men to actually be committed to one another.
Committed and intimate with each other.
And I think a lot of people who are single want to feel or see what it's like to be with the same person.
For a long period of time.
For a long period of time and kind of feel like they're in the relationship in a sense.
Well, I felt like I was in a relationship with y'all. I've crawled all on the floor in y'all bedroom. I've crawled like a centipede, honey, in y'all bedroom, honey. Well, y'all have carried. And yet, for those of you who are out there watching, this is a Ts Madison spotlight. So I need you to immediately make sure that you are subscribed to these gentlemen's OnlyFans, because this is definitely gay black love. And ladies, I know you like too hard.
We have lady fans too.
Oh, I know, because I'm a lady. But I know. If you like to see two hard, strong black men in the horizontal, upside down, sideways, oh my God. And I mean, I'm talking about, can you lift that shirt up? Lift it up.
Oh gosh.
Y'all
put me on the spot.
No, not fat.
Y'all ain't fat at all.
We could do it.
I mean, I could show
I just want to
That's
see
going to be behind the scenes.
Something.
I just want to see. Oh my God.
Stand up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, you don't got to take it off. Oh, look at God. God is in this. Ow! Oh, ow! Bitch, I'm bothered. I ain't even high. I'm bothered, bitch. This day relationship, I'm in the middle, goddamn. It's fucked up. So I know you guys get this all the time. Like you people. What I don't like that people do is that they judge you. They judge because they've judged me. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm rich, but they judge.
Okay.
They judge. I
Okay.
don't give a fuck. But I'm rich, bitch. I always. So,
Right.
but
What did Nene say?
I'm very. Well, I ain't very rich, but I'm a rich bitch. On my way to very. But they watch you and they know they over. See, they not as honest as me. I'm honest saying, man, y'all fine. I'm over here lusting at it. Listen, I've watched those two anacondas explode, and I just been. I was right with you. I was right there with you. I was right there with you. I'm being honest. You know, and it's the thing for me is that I hate it because I've seen them do it, and I've seen y'all in the comment section lighting them hoes up.
Well, more so me. He's a quiet one.
I don't care what people say about me.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a difference between the Johnell on social media versus who I am personally, because I'm a very boisterous individual. And I try to do a lot of my videos to inspire, give, inspiration to people. And a lot of people watch me and, hear what I have to say. And I did just recently do an OnlyFans video talking about the business aspect of it and not putting everybody in the same box, because everybody who has a OnlyFans page ain't doing the same thing and they're not selling the same thing. It's a way that you can approach it from a business standpoint and be successful with it and market yourself without feeling like you have to be out here with everybody to do it.
Some pussy like wet dope, it won't sell nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you guys have a package deal that you're not just selling sex, you're selling a relationship.
2 for 1.
Absolutely.
You're selling love because I know, I see that you guys love each other. I feel it in the midst of me being in the middle. I'm absorbing it.
You're what?
Absorbing it. Believe it. I'm absorbing it. And I've seen you tear them up, and I've also seen you tear them up for a specific reason, because they like to challenge masculinity. Because there are times that you'll get on there and you'll do a skit and you might slide a wig on and a lipstick. You're like, what? And I no shade, I've seen you in that wig and I still found you very sexy. And I was like,
People did. That's
I was
what
like,
was so
am I a
funny about
lesbian?
it. I thought it was sexy.
Listen.
He was like, why are you pretty in the wig?
Listen, and then I see you with this hair pulled up and I found it so sexy. I like, oh my God. I really knew that I love men when I watch men.
I feel like when I started doing social media, I hid behind a certain persona, this hard image of having this great body, but I didn't want to show who I really was. I feel like my skits show a lot of who I am as a person. I'm a fun, open personality that like to make people laugh, but like to be, bold and daring and push the limits. Why can't I be free and be who I am and still be gay and not be judged if there is a little femininity there? And I think a lot of times with us in the community, if you're too feminine, it's a problem. If you're not masculine enough, it's a problem. If you're too pretty, it's a problem. But that's why people are single. There's too many stipulations in the community.
Chili.
Okay? Too many stipulations in the community. And then there's not enough people who got love in their life for themselves and they go home alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like the whole thing with Billy Porter. And, I love him because he supports us. He's always liking our pictures. He is such a down-to-earth person. But because he puts on a dress, it's an issue or a problem. But why can't he express himself as the man that he is, to be free and be loved from his own community and not hated from his own community? That's what I don't understand.
But I know why Billy Porter's liking those pictures, child. Make sure y'all subscribe to to their OnlyFans, honey. Okay, make sure of that. Give these fine ass men a little coin in that purse, and give it to Kash and Rico too, because they got listen, Kash and Rico's they OnlyFans is busy too, baby. It's a lot. It's so much exchange. I'm just whoa. But speaking of Kash and Rico, you guys are like a mentor or like the couple that they really look up to, because they were just sitting here and they called you out and said that they admire you guys. And what I love about both of you is that you are gay men who are like fathers to these boys, and mentors over these young boys in the relationship, as far as You're gonna have its ups and downs. To stick with it,
Yeah.
you know. And who's that? Oh, stop. All right. It's to stick with it, you know. And I'm just. I think that you guys are a blessing to them. I do. Because I don't know the in-depths of your relationships, but what I do see on the outside, I like it. And I don't hear no drama and stuff over the internet, or I don't see any of that. So if y'all are having any issues, or you ever had any issues, I've never seen it online.
Well, we try to keep a very private life. You know, with us being at home, it's all about the home life. It's all about, you know, taking care of what's first, which is us as a relationship, for us to be able to continue to have years together and continue to last the test of time. You know, trying to be out here, even though we're very well known, I think it's very important to be protective of who you allow in your circle. You know what I mean? We're not clout chasers. Maddie, if you've noticed anything about me, and I do know a lot of people, I'm not with a lot of people.
No, you're not.
I don't have to be seen with this person and that person because I know them, because at the end of the day, it's about my real life. My real life is my husband, the man that I spend my everyday life with. So that's what I want to show, and that's what I want to put out there. And I think that, you know, with Kash and Rico, I want them to continue to be happy together, but I want them to also last together. You know?
So it's kind of weird because when you see them, or when we're around each other, we kind of know who is who. Like, Kash is more so like Johnell, and Rico's more so like me as far as personality wise.
Yeah,
it's kind of like seeing your younger self in someone else.
So you see your younger selves in the boys.
And it's kind of a mixture of both, because I can also see myself in Kash also, but it's just more so like we can mold these guys into something great.
Yeah. I'm so happy that you guys that you've taken them up under your wings and trying to mold and keep them together. You know, what is the biggest obstacle that you two face in your relationship
right now,
or just in general?
Just in general.
I think continuing to be in the public eye sometimes is a lot of pressure for me, because I feel like I care about what people think when I read a lot of these comments and these misconceptions about who I am as a person or who he is as a person. We're hardworking people. We're not out here stunting because we don't need to. Our credit is not bad like some people is. You know, we can go to a bank.
I was waiting on that section to come. Here comes the section, baby. Come on.
We can go to the bank and pull out money from a debit card and a credit card. We got cars in our name. We got place in our name, and we don't stay in the ghetto. We stay in a nice community neighborhood. So we work hard. I think the issue with Atlanta is people come here with the glitz and the glam, and then when they log off, they got the dirt and the ugly. And we don't have that. And we don't need to have it because we stay focused on each other and what's important in our lives. You know, we've done many events. We've done Sizzle. We've done DC Pride. We've done Latino Aces. We have met many celebrities. But at the end of the day, what it's about is about our home life, because that's what's important for us. None of that other stuff.
The foundation, bitch. The foundation. The solid rock. 2 solid rocks.
Absolutely.
How many?
2.
One more time.
Bitch, 2 solid rocks. I'm trying to tell you, y'all. I told y'all when I came in this motherfucker, I was lusting after 2 married men, son. Okay. Do you get approached by single people to, you know, invite them into the room?
We actually do, I think.
Besides me,
like for OnlyFans or in general?
Just in general.
Listen,
Well, period.
I can't get on no more videos
because I am a freak. Like, that's another thing. I'm not showing you all of my sex life, and I also have another rule. Like, the only man that's topping me is my dude. Like, ain't nobody else getting on my back. You ain't gonna see me in nothing. Because I have a lot of peers. I'm not trying to offend,
but just go in.
But the backside is important. You know, I need it in my 60s and my 70s. I need it to work. So the man who's gonna get it is the man that I'm with. And I've learned that throughout the years over time, being an experienced gay man. I just can't be that person that's just on these videos, like letting everybody in and out of me and you know, hitting my face, doing this and drip droplets and all this stuff. I just, Maddie, I can't do it. I just can't. So No.
I'm just getting so hot and bothered.
But I am a freak. Like, but it has to be with. I have to know you. You know what I'm saying? I like to watch stuff.
He's a
So you're a voyeur.
voyeur.
Yeah, like I like to watch stuff. I a lot of times don't like to indulge much. I like to watch.
He likes to listen and watch.
And the other misconception is
listen. Wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody make some clarification right here. Listen and watch.
Listen and watch.
What is he listening to?
Sounds that
oh my God.
So who else would he be listening to? Have you brought any candy home?
music.
Oh, music. Oh, okay. Okay, music.
The key was you have to know
Rihanna.
them.
Yes.
It's no random. You have to know.
Ah.
There's no grinder. There's no jack. I don't even know how to use those apps. Even though people be using our pictures on there.
So we
Gotta get on there.
have added a little flavor to the.
I am 38 years old. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie, make it seem like I haven't had a threesome before in my life or whatever.
It's just
However,
keeping your
We not talking about in your life. We talking about with your husband.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. I did with my last one.
See, right here and right now, I'm really feeling. I'm really absorbing, and I love trash. When I get in the midst, I'm in the middle of trash right now, and I'm loving all of it. Get me dirty, honey, filthy me out.
But I do have issues with being on social media. It's like feeling you got this certain level of celebrityism, and it's like a lot of stuff that comes with the backlash of certain things, people not knowing you and seeing certain images of you and judging you and feeling like you're really alone. It's like being in this big, huge city, but you're the only one there and you don't really know anybody that's there, even though people know you. It's like all these unfamiliar faces, even though they're supposed to be familiar to you. You really don't know who's really for you. So everybody on social media is kind of like a Monopoly game almost. You know what I'm saying? I know you, so let me befriend you because you got 200,000 followers. Let me befriend you because you seen with this person. Let me befriend you because you got this many amount of likes. But where's the genuine friendship?
Right.
Because that's what I care about. And I feel like that's what I struggle with as a person because I'm like, I care about genuine friendship. I don't care about all these superficial things.
I don't give a fuck about that shit either. You get what I'm saying? Like, and Cash and Rico could tell you they done came over here. My mama be cooking. My mama cook. Y'all are welcome. You know, when you walked in, you said there's a welcoming spirit here in this house, and it's just weird. My mama be over here cooking. Sometimes it just be out. We don't be doing nothing, no video, no nothing, and that's when you know stuff be genuine. We don't take no pictures. Now we be my mama cook. We eat. We sit around. We talk. I've learned a lot about them, and I really want to learn more about you guys because listen. I gotta get I gotta get the lust spirit out of my mind. Now I ain't gonna tell you, Miss Mary gonna come over here and y'all gonna fry some chicken. And I'm like, well, honey, it's a little batter left. Little batter left. You know what I'm saying? You know, little egg. Put a little egg on the chicken. I got a deep fry to put in the motherfucking air fryer, bitch. You know. But, you know, I want to tell you guys that I'm very proud of you, and I'm very proud of you, both of you, for not letting social media destroy your relationship. I'm so proud of you for monetizing off of something that bitches will get on the shit and do for free.
Yeah, that's true.
And it be the ones fucking for free be judging the bitches getting paid.
The T is they got OnlyFans and they still doing it for free because ain't nobody subscribing.
Everybody shout out about shots.
But I want to clear up Rico and Cash. I care a lot about because we don't have enough of that in the community. You know what I'm saying? But I see like on Twitter, people be like, y'all should collaborate, y'all should do this. No, this is a real friendship.
Right, and y'all ain't got no business fucking each other.
No, not at all.
Wait,
no.
I watch it all, but I mean,
not at all.
But I'm just happy that you guys are in each other's lives. I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy that you guys are together, and I'm gonna pray that y'all stay together, stay strong with each other, and I really wish that you guys would start mentoring men, like young men.
I think we already started.
Well, Maddie, we had this idea, you know, mental health is a really big issue. You know, me personally, I deal with health anxiety and I deal with mental anxiety, which a lot of people don't know about, but I go through it. Well, they know now. You know, I have struggles at home. You know, I deal with heart palpitations. I go into panic sometimes. I, you know, go through a lot of different depressive states in my life. and I've been dealing with it for a while, but I think that a lot of people deal with it in our community due to so much hate and, you know, so much lack of support that we receive, and also the pressure of being perfect. You got to look a certain way. Your body has to look a certain way, and if you don't, it's this pressure of feeling rejected and not accepted. I wanted to do a more so like a conference or a seminar where gay people in the community get together and talk about mental health and talk about how it's damaged them, how it, you know, it affects them every day. You know, being on social media is like a drug.
Yes.
It's like a drug, and it's like you keep taking it and you keep taking it, but you don't know when to put it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that that's a part of the big stigma with mental health is everybody want to seem perfect. Don't nobody want to be vulnerable. Don't nobody want to talk about, damn, my lights got cut off today.
Hey.
Don't nobody want to post an ugly ass picture.
Don't nobody want to
Instagram.
post an ugly picture. Don't nobody want to show their most, you know, weakest states of mind in their life and try to inspire somebody else on how they got through it. So I feel like if we show and we talk about these things, people will be a little bit more open to wanting to help each other, you know, get through that.
So this is the thing before we close out. I'm charging both of you fine ass sexy men with the duty of putting that forth as becoming mentorship or starting some type of program, nonprofit, something, you know, to get that stuff, because I do think that's something that we need, and we need to see that from very strong black gay men.
Well, I think this has helped us to really get started and push forward, because we've always kind of lived a private life, more so behind the scenes. And I think what we need to do now is focus on more so building and helping other people, like you just said.
Yes, right, and that's I'm charging y'all with that. It's 2020. We're in 2020, so I need to see this going on. I need to still see y'all OnlyFans now, but I also need to see
But
y'all.
sometimes I got struggles with doing that, man.
Why?
I do, cause I don't know, like it's frustrating dealing with the public and how they perceive you. I've had so many people try to say that we're not really a representation of what, you know, a relationship is supposed to be because we're having sex on film, but we're a couple. So what I don't understand, and this is what I always say, how can you sit there and talk about the porn industry the way that you do, but you're in your search engine looking for it?
Oh.
It's no different from being a person who sells drugs and you're talking about the drug addict, but you're the provider of the drugs.
Right.
So that's my issue with it. It's like you can talk about these sex workers, you can put them down, you can say they ain't got no education, you can say they ain't got no morals and no values, but yet when Twitter and Tumblr talks about taking it away, it's an uproar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Right.
And it's like, which way? You can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and talk about it, but you're contributing to it because you're looking at it in the privacy of your own home, getting off to it. The same people that you're talking about every single day. So for me, it's like, I'm not, nothing against people out there who is doing mainstream porn, but we're just a couple showing our love life.
That's right.
And because we're capitalizing off of it, we're bad people. And when I did the video talking about it, people was coming at me, oh, I thought you was better than that. I thought your profile was better than that. Oh, you got an OnlyFans page. I'm like, but it's with my lover. It's with my lover, so what's the issue? What's the problem? Sometimes I just don't know if I'll be wanting to continue to do it. It's so much pressure on me, and it's like every day
Baby,
I
put
have
your
to
hand
be
in
at
my
home.
hand.
Get that shit, baby.
Don't that OnlyFans pay you?
I mean, thousands of dollars.
All right. So therefore, RuPaul said this out of his mouth. Less them bitches paying your bills, pay them bitches no mind.
Right.
No man.
Boom.
Period.
I think I try to help him with like not really caring, because as you can tell, I really don't.
You don't give a
I
fuck.
don't give a damn.
I'm glad
He
you
don't. I'm the one that be on there
balance to help
like,
him
Listen,
kinda get over
I'm
it,
glad
but
you
I
don't
don't
give
really
a
give a
fuck
shit.
because I love seeing you stand up there that nice tattoo on that.
he has a very nonchalant attitude.
really don't
I'm the
give a
one,
damn,
I'll
'cause
get
I
on
feel like
live and
people-
I'll let
I
people
love
have
all
it.
of it. It's that
Yeah.
cornbread from
I gotta pay bills.
from
It's
Carolina.
But you gotta eat.
And
gotta
when you
eat.
stand up there with that Adonis
No.
body you got, and
But
you
they
be-
need to understand that there's
Ooh.
talent behind who both of we are. You know, I'm a poet. We are models. I'm good at acting. I do all types of different skits.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an inspirational speaker.
good in bed. Oh,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
oh, you was trying to go past that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. See, I know all this stuff about you.
But no, I just feel like it's important for people not to try to put stigmas on people and say they're uneducated. They don't have good credit. I read what these kids be saying.
Fuck 'em.
I'm sitting up here like,
you just gotta keep pushing.
Fuck them. You definitely got to keep pushing. Listen, you walked into this house. This mine.
Right.
I'm about to buy me another one up the street.
Hello.
can I come over?
Oh yes, or both of y'all. You can actually stay the night if you need to. I'm about to buy another one up the motherfucking street. I'm not worried about none of that stuff. Yes, it might be where I have started, but that's not where I'm finished. And I am not ashamed about it. And I always meet people at the door, because when you meet them at the door with anything that you think that's gonna make them that they can use to shame you, they can't do it.
You already
That's
put it
true.
out.
They can't do it. You already done put it out there, so they can't fuck with you. You know? And I want you gentlemen to be encouraged, and I want y'all to do y'all OnlyFans if you want to. If you don't want to do it, but I want you to to be strong black men, strong black gay men
Amen.
Thank you.
in this community, and do what you're doing like you're doing with those young boys over there, mentoring them and stuff like that, and move on in your business. If you want to do OnlyFans to funnel that money into a business or to a organization to help gay black youth or whatever, do that and have no regrets about yourself when you do that shit, because at the end of the motherfucking day, you got to stand in line in the judgment with you by yourself.
That's true.
You fuck them other people. I had to learn this. The TS had to learn this, because I found myself many times trying to explain to people that I'm bigger than porn. But then I had to watch the people that was saying it. The people that was saying it was so far behind me
Yeah.
that they was trying to keep me back there. But why she on that TV show? Why she doing that? Why she ain't nothing but a porn star? And my problem was I was my ear was still tuned back this way instead of letting that shit be whispers behind me.
Yeah.
Fuck them pussy assholes.
I've been like that.
Fuck them hoes. My card ain't never declined. My lights ain't never
Never.
off. Bitch ain't nothing never repo. Ain't none of that shit going on around this motherfucker. None of it. And it ain't going on around in y'all house either.
It's so lame.
Right.
Nah, that is true.
Cause I need somewhere to lay in the air conditioner. I'm fat, bitch. I need to lay up with y'all fine, muscular, strong ass men in the air conditioner when I come down there. Tyrone and Johnell, I want to thank you both for coming here and letting me shine a spotlight on y'all.
Thank you.
I thank you so much for telling me your story and just having us come. I thank you so much for mentoring Kash and Rico. I love them. Those are like my kids, and and y'all older with me. Y'all grown, so y'all my brothers and sisters. They're my kids.
I want to thank you for being a spotlight. I
Well,
want to
thank
thank
you.
you for being an inspiration.
Giving us the time to come.
I want to thank you for making it through adversity and inspiring people. I want to thank you for, just opening up your life to every gay person out here to be inspired to be better than what they was yesterday.
Thank y'all so
Motivating
much.
us and pushing
Thank you.
us. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for accepting, and thank y'all so much for accepting my credit card number for y'all OnlyFans, okay? And please, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following these gentlemen. Tell them where they can follow you at on Instagram, Twitter, and your OnlyFans. Please.
Twitter is Tyrone Wells and Janelle.
Yeah.
OnlyFans is
It's Janelle and Tyrone? Tyrone and Janelle?
Where my phone at? I tell you.
Tyrone Wells and Janelle.
Where my
Well,
phone at? I
Instagram
tell you.
is Janelle_.
And my Instagram is Tyrone Wells.
We'll put it all in the description here in the post. We thank you so much, and thank you for letting me shine a spotlight on you, ladies and gentlemen. Give these fine, sexy men a round of applause. Kash and Rico, thank you so much for y'all coming out here sharing your story. I love y'all so much, and this has been a great special episode, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.